What is up, One Pride? We made it. Training camp is finally here. We have some new things to talk about regarding our Detroit Lions. We did it, so kudos to ourselves. First and foremost, I want to start this video and take a second to welcome Cade Cunningham, the Detroit Pistons' #1 first overall pick to Detroit. It seems like he's very happy to be here. And now on to some football. So our Lions began training camp this week, and Dan Campbell, the man himself, is the epitome of leading by example as he started these training camps doing 40 up downs himself with the entire defensive unit on the field. That is absolutely amazing. That is leadership embodied. A lot of players came out and spoke to the media saying that they gained so much respect for him for doing so. Michael Brockers being one of them. It just kind of shows you, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. We are all in this together, and we as fans should embody that as well. What an exciting start to this training camp. And if that training camp hype isn't enough, Martha Firestone Ford herself showed up to watch practice this week, and she is right ahead of her 96th birthday. If that is not commitment, if that is not excitement, I cannot tell you what else is when the lady in charge, well, I suppose the former lady in charge herself, is down there to cheer on this new regime. In some other training camp highlights and news, the rookie wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown has had a lot of talk circulating around him as he seems to be staying late for practice. He's been seen out there practicing extra with the jugs machine, catching another 202 balls or so, as reported by Eric Woodward from ESPN. After practice, after everybody's gone, it is said that he takes the game extremely seriously, and he's one of the last to leave the field every day. I think that's an amazing mentality for a rookie to have. Obviously, he's here to play. He's here to put a product out on the field that we as Detroit fans can be proud of, and I, for one, am very excited to see what he brings to this team in the regular season. Another player to watch, in his second year, the cornerback, Jeff Okudah. He seems to have very successfully recovered from his off-season surgeries. He is out there trying to show us what he is worth. In fact, at the media conferences after practice, he said he is not only looking to prove what he's got to himself, but more so to his fellow teammates, to his coaches, and to us, the fans of Detroit. He wants to put a product out on the field that we can be proud of. Obviously, that's something that we can all get behind, and I think we're all rooting for a comeback year, or a standout year, I guess you could say, for this second-year corner, and the best of luck to him. We'll see how he progresses through the rest of this training camp and into the regular season. Now, that positivity seems to be infectious among other players as well, as it's been reported that more than one player has been staying late to practice, TJ Hawkinson, a few others from the offensive side of the ball. But we did see Corey Woods, our very own Corey Woods from Woodward Sports, post a video of Michael Brockers staying late to run some drills with rookie Aleem McNeil, John Pennicini, who will be in his second year this season, and Nick Williams, who we acquired from the Chicago Bears prior to the start of last season. So it's really nice to see all these players getting extra involved and going above and beyond. And there's not just praise going around for the players at training camp, there's also coaches being praised as well, and they are receiving said praise from the players themselves in their media sessions. Absolutely fantastic sign for us as fans. Specifically, Jeff Okudah referenced Aubrey Pleasant and how he feels that he's going to be an integral piece in making this secondary the best that it possibly can be. And then Dean Marlowe spoke basically right afterwards, echoing those same sentiments, giving Aubrey Pleasant the credit where credit is due. You love to see these players really building and developing relationships with these coaches like they weren't able to have with the previous regime. And last but not least, I figured we could finish up this episode of your Woodward update with Dan Campbell's 4 rules for our Detroit Lions this year. It is said that he gave these rules to the team the night before training camp started, and they are as follows. Number 1, don't be late. We all know timeliness is key. Number 2, keep weight in check. We know this has already been important for some returning players such as Jelani Tavai. Number 3, don't disrespect your teammates. There is no I in team. And number 4, don't disrespect the game. And that shows us that he expects everybody to show up and take this seriously because we want to put a winning product on the field. So I am all on board with Dan Campbell's 4 rules. I'm sure that you are too. Comment below your favorite pieces of news coming out of this very first week of training camp, and definitely interact with me on Twitter. The tag there is @RachMarieSports. And of course, you should be following along with Woodward Sports Network on all of their forms of social media to stay up to date on everything Detroit sports and more. The tag on Twitter there is @WoodwardSports. And as always, guys, one pride. So happy to see some football.